It's Friday. Friday. The weekends come quickly and they go quickly. But anyway, as you can see from driving, the skies are totally blanketed in gray clouds, guys. It's not going to be a very sunny day today. It's supposed to rain today. It rained a couple days this week. You know, rain is a nemesis for different things, for different people. But for me, it's relaxation. Yeah. Rain is what we blame when we can't go out and do certain things. Not too many people bike ride in the rain or walk in the rain. Heck, if you got a raincoat, an umbrella, and if you enjoy the rain, go for it. I've walked in the rain many times. I like it. Even when it's downpouring like mad. Slide into your raincoat. You know, if you got rain shoes, and go for it. Yeah. So anyways, before I continue, I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers and to those people just visiting my channel for the first time. If you guys see anything here today that resonates with you, please consider on subscribing. I'll be right back with more.
I'm not suggesting anything so complicated.
So anyways, the week was so-so. Not bad, you know. Work is a little bit slow. It just is. I'm not going to blame everything on the rain. Business is slow. We have less traffic in my store. And there's only so much that you can control. So what do I got planned for this weekend? I don't have nothing planned for this weekend, guys. I think I'm going to be doing some reorganization of my bedroom because my clothing that's hanging in my closet is really out of whack, out of order. And I'm going to have to remove those pieces of clothing that I'm not using anymore. They're just taking up space. So when I get rid of some clothes, I usually replace them with something else that works. As far as everything goes, everything else is normal in my household. On the way home today, I'm going to stop at the gym and get a nice leg workout and ab workout. And then I'll stop at the grocery store and pick up some food for the weekend. This week, I was notified that I have my semi-annual physical at my primary doctor's office. They're all the way down in St. Pete. And when I went to my other semi-annual 6 months ago, they gave me a work order so I can go to the clinic and draw blood. See, I take medications orally. I take thyroid medicine, I take estradiol to maintain my body's chemistry and temperature. If I don't take them, I come down with hot flashes within, I would say, 6 to 7 days, and it hits hard. So I take those. I take a heart medication, thyroid medication, and so therefore these things got to make their way through your organs, especially your kidneys and liver. So those are the Those are the reasons why they need to run a blood panel to find out how those organs are functioning. They check my lipids, they check just about everything. And that's semi-annual, which means every 6 months. Years ago, when they did check my blood panel, they discovered that my thyroid numbers were too high. And it might have contributed to bad eyesight on my left eye. You know? And the medications that I take control my blood pressure as well. I take beta blockers for my heart, and that controls the rhythm because I do have a slight arrhythmia going on with me. So next Wednesday I'll be taking that day off so I can go down to St. Pete and get checked out. So far everything's good. Everything's good. I don't have no big issues to worry about. It's just maintaining my health. So I joined the gym it's going to be 3 weeks. And everything's going good. I'm going down there as much as I can. Average about 4 days a week, average. I catalog all my workouts. I catalog how I feel for each exercise I do. That way, I'll know I'm heading in the right direction. I'm trying to tone up. And I've cut my calories down for the past 2 weeks. I feel a little bit slimmer. My abs are getting stronger. When I first started working out, going to the gym, I couldn't even do like 10 sit-ups. Now I can do 10 sit-ups with no problem. It doesn't take a long time. I'm enjoying going to the gym. I just do. It brings back my old feelings I used to have. You know, looking forward to go down there. It motivates me. I think I need to work a little bit harder on my calorie intake and the times that I'm eating my food. I have to stop eating after 5 o'clock. This morning, I didn't have a breakfast. I ate one whole tomato for breakfast. It was sliced in 5 parts, and I had my pills. So today, instead of having oatmeal for my breakfast, I had a tomato. For lunch, I'm bringing a little container of fresh salad with sweet onions, cucumbers and tomatoes, and vinaigrette dressing, and 2 chicken legs, or some people say drumsticks. They're small drumsticks, but it's chicken, it's protein. There's no fat in it, you know. I just baked it in the oven, and that's my lunch for work. So when I come home later on, after the gym, which is probably going to be after 5 o'clock, I'm going to try not to have anything to eat. I'm just going to have my chocolate protein shake, and then that'll be it. I notice I'm losing some weight, but the minute I start eating after 5 or 6 o'clock, and then I'm pretty much immobile. I'm not moving around as much as I am when I'm at work, and not as much as I am when I'm at the gym. So if I eat after certain hours before I go to bed, too close to bedtime, that's where I feel the weight packing on, and that messes everything up. I got to keep in mind that as we get older, our metabolism slows down a great big deal. And that affects us when we want to lose the weight. It's harder to lose the weight when you're older. So cutting back the calories and increasing the exercise or your movements will help you lose the extra weight that you have. So that's my goal. I noticed that some of my clothes in the butt area is getting a little bit loose. That's a good thing. But my upper body, my midsection, my arms and my back, I can feel the weight still there. I have to realize that 1 pound of weight loss is really a lot. So if you lose 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pounds a month or whatever, that's a big accomplishment. That's a big accomplishment. So anyways, I'm here at my job. I'm going to go ahead and go inside and start my day. I'm a little bit earlier today than I was the last couple of days. I got to try to leave at least by 20 past 7. Because if I leave at 8:35, 7:40, I'm really kind of running behind, and I don't want to do that. It's not worth driving too fast when everybody else is doing the same thing, going to work. It's not good. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys soon. If not, I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, guys. Hey guys, I'm just leaving Quest Diagnostics. I had to go and get my blood drawn. They drew about 4 vials of blood. This is what my doctor will be waiting next week to receive, and we'll go over the results and see how everything is looking, make sure the numbers are within range, and then we'll take it from there. So I was quite surprised today. Usually when I go draw my blood, I pay about $30. But today, I owe them $20, but today they charged me an extra $100. I think it's for the number of testing that they have to do. There's about 6 different tests they're looking at, because like I said, usually it's like $30. I was quite surprised today. Even when I gave them my insurance information, I was charged $100, about $70 more than I usually get charged for. So yeah, it's crazy. Maybe they've gone up in cost. I don't know. So anyways, welcome to my life. It cleared up a little bit, but there's still some big patches of clouds everywhere. They're calling for rain later on, so I don't know what's going to happen when I leave here. I know I got to do some grocery shopping for the week, and I know I'll be doing that after I leave the gym today. I like to go to the gym right through the weekend as well. So, yeah. So anyways, work this morning was a little slow taking off. I did meet an older couple that were looking to remodel their bathroom. And they just want to remodel the surround area of the shower by having it all retiled and replumbed. And I opened an account with them. So my department, the pro department, is already up to their necessary card for the day, which was 10, but I've gotten 2. So that's 11, because they had 9 when I came in this morning for the week. 9 for the week. Last week by myself I did 11, but it totaled 22 for the week. I assigned some of those to some of my co-workers that don't like getting accounts. So I did I did the bulk of the 22. Today, this week so far, I've gotten about 6. You'd think that with that kind of volume I'm doing, I should be out there selling vehicles or maybe life insurance. I've wondered how I would do in that area. I thought that maybe if I go into it with the same enthusiasm like I do on my job, then I would make a killing. I would easily make $100,000, if not more, selling life insurance. So today I got to be at work up until 5 o'clock. Yesterday I did leave early, but I got to take a personal day next week on Wednesday, because I got to be in St. Pete for my doctor's exam. So I'm driving back to work over here, and I see a Dunkin' Donuts shop over there. And immediately, in my mind, the idea of having a small little cheat weekend came into my mind. If I was to go back there, what flavor Dunkin' Donuts would I get? I know I shouldn't, but it was just a thought. I thought about maybe blueberry donut or a pumpkin spice donut. But so far, knock on wood, I'm doing good. I'm not eating any junk. So I'm back to work now, guys, and I'll see you guys about 3 hours and 20 minutes, at which time I'll be heading to the gym. And that's all I got for now. I'm sure something interesting will happen, and I'll speak to you guys then. If not, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Yes, guys, so I'm back here again, because there's something I need to discuss with you guys, and to me it's very important. Maybe you might think that I'm just making a big deal out of nothing, or maybe I'm just too sensitive. Am I just sensitive, or am I just seeing things? You know, ever since I had my roommate stay with me, she's been with me now for about 5 weeks. She has 3 more weeks to go, and then she'll be leaving, because she gave me her 30 days notice last week. Since she's been here from get-go, I've noticed some things that just do not equate. It doesn't make sense. For an example, if I was staying with her in her home, I would treat her home the same way I treat my home. And I know that perhaps maybe most of you would, maybe some of you wouldn't. But this is just me. About a week ago, I came home from work and I noticed that the kitchen floor, the tile, was awfully sticky. And it was sticky in the breezeway and sticky in the kitchen. And I thought maybe I'm just spacing out or something. So I kept walking in those areas, and sure enough, my feet is sticking to the floor. And she finally came out of her room and she said hello. I said hello. And I said to her, why is the floor so sticky? She said, well, that's because I was making some milkshake and I spilt the powder on the floor. I said, you spilt the flour on the floor? She says, yeah, I cleaned it, but I didn't use any soap. I just used water. I know it's still sticky. And you're going to leave it just like that? So I immediately walked into my garage. I got her a mop and I handed it to her. And I got a bucket of soap and I gave it to her so she could do it the right way. Because if it was her home that I was staying in, I would make sure that I do a good job and left it the way I found it. It's stuff like this that make me think, is she my friend? If you're in a friend's house who's allowing you to stay there for 2 months, and they gave you a big break because 1 week at a hotel is $1,500 for 1 week. 1 week. I've come home to find eggshells on my floor, water spots on my floor in my kitchen, and it's really not necessary. Today, I was observing my home cameras from work. She had a long day today, I guess. But she came home, she changed into her bathrobe, and she's in the kitchen making something to eat. And I can see that in the living room, my plate mats are on the floor. A placemat on the floor is not difficult to see. It sticks out like a sore thumb. She's walking by this placemat several times back and forth to the fridge, preparing her meal, and she doesn't bother picking up the placemat. She leaves it there as she's preparing her food. Now, I've come home from work to find the placemat on the floor several times a week. You see, my cats get on the table and they knock them down because they play with it. And I'm like, did this happen after she went in her bedroom or before we went in her bedroom? But today, I observed her in the kitchen in the same area where she's making her food, looking at the placemat and preparing her food and not picking it up off the floor. Okay? She's under no obligation to do these things. But a good person would bend down and pick it up and put it back on the table, shake it off, put it back on the table. A good, kind-hearted person that's able to process and think would do the right thing. If I'm walking around my store and I see a big piece of paper on the floor, I'm going to pick it up. just human nature. It's also human nature not to give a shit. And finally, I'm watching the video. I see my cat on the floor near this placemat, and the cat walks over to her, jumps on the counter where she's preparing her food, and going about like nothing's happened. So finally the cat jumps off the counter and goes about its merry way. Her, in the meantime, she finishes preparing her food with her bathrobe. She gets her plate of food and she walks straight into her bedroom and closes the door and left that placemat right on the floor. Something that sticks out like a sore thumb. I fucking can't believe it. Doesn't give a shit. It's all about her. It's all about her. Talking about, do you consider that a good friend? A friend wouldn't do that to another friend. A friend who cares would just pick up the placemat. If you see something that's not looking right or is someplace where it doesn't belong, you pick that up or move it to where it goes. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to make of this. It's very disheartening having people like this in your life who call you a friend, but when they're in your home and they're by themselves, you can see what kind of friend they are. This is not a big deal. It's the little things. It's the little detail that tells you a lot about a person. The little details, you know. And the first week that we were together was probably the worst. She would get up early in the morning and chop ice early in the morning, and it was the most loudest thing I heard in the morning. There was no consideration for the people who are living next door to me and myself when I was in bed to hear this. Chopping ice the first thing in the morning. At 5:30 in the morning, she's chopping ice with a blender. Finally, I had to tell her that, my neighbor next door can hear this. I prefer if you didn't chop that ice this early in the morning. Make your shakes in the evening. She would clean off her plate of her food and she would leave food debris all inside the sink and not wash it. It's horrible. This makes you not want to have a roommate. This makes you think twice about letting people stay in your home. I don't think her boyfriend would tolerate the things that I see her doing. But yeah. But anyway, that's why I came back on here, because I noticed these things about people. And it's funny how people themselves who are doing these things do not notice it. They go about their lives not even thinking twice about these things. They don't see how the little detail can affect people and make people think. Some of us care more than others.